The hills are alive with the sound of screaming. Periodical Cicada Brood 14 has been emerging from underground around the bluegrass state with their accompanying symphony of shrieking. This year's cicada brood, called the Bourbon Brood, for its focal point of emergence in central Kentucky and outward toward the eastern part of the state, has spent the past 17 years feeding on sap in the root networks of trees. In the darkness, cicadas count the annual ebb and flow of tree sap that cycles with the seasons. When that cycle runs its course 17 times and the weather warms up, cicadas begin tunneling to the surface through mud tubes. The cicada emergence generally coincides with the blooming of irises in late spring, which in the bluegrass region of Kentucky reaches its peak in the middle of May. When the soil becomes warm enough, typically about 68 degrees Fahrenheit at 6 inches deep, that's the cue to the cicadas to head for the surface. This year's emergence has been delayed slightly due to higher than usual levels of rainfall. Their emergence unfolds over the course of a month and a half as they surface in waves and not all at once. A periodical cicada spends most of its life underground, maturing and waiting for the right time to emerge with millions of its buggy brethren. In the case of Brood 14, however, the second largest cicada brood, it's billions and not millions of cicadas. Much like any angsty teenager, a male cicada's first move out in the wider world is to join a band. Male cicadas have a mostly hollow abdomen. When they rapidly click a set of special membranes on the sides of their bodies, they're able to create a loud resonating sound. In large groups, they can be as loud as an airplane. The males first sing to attract other males, then once they all get together, they form a band with the goal to alert and attract females. Kind of like the guy who plays the guitar in the corner of a college party. If a female chooses a male, she'll simply click her wings and pair off with the male. Female cicadas cannot sing in the way male cicadas do. The pair will mate, the male will likely perish, and the female will fly off to lay eggs. Female cicadas lay their eggs in trees through a process called flagging, during which they carve slits into the tree's bark to deposit their eggs. The next cicada brood Kentucky can expect to see is Brood 23, known as the Mississippi Valley Brood, set to emerge in 2028, primarily in western Kentucky. Anyway, I'm Andrew Henderson with the Lexington Herald Leader, and here's Wonderwall.